Hello,
Hi.
and welcome to Cliff Alert. Today we're going to be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Put a Ring on It, Season 3. What is it?
Episode
2, right? Did I get that one right?
Yes.
All right, and we can go ahead.
And today we will be discussing
Otis and Sharlana.
Otis and Sharlana.
Right. Now, anyway, y'all. Otis and Sharlana have been dating for 3 years. They met at a Miami Film Festival, and they seem to be having some issues, which is why they're on the show with Dr. Nicole. And their main issue from Sharlana's point of view is their communication, how she feels like he's dismissive of her, and that he really doesn't listen to what she has to say because he is a quote-unquote traditional man and wants to take charge and run things. And so she feels like she doesn't have a voice.
Okay.
And so that's why and they're obviously at a crossroads in their relationship because they're having, issues trying to, that they don't seem to be able to overcome, and trying to figure out whether or not they should move on down the road and get married or if they should separate.
Well, I think Sharlana is dealing with a man baby. And here's one.
Put that out there, huh? Okay. Go ahead.
Why beat around the bush?
No, you can't. I ain't saying you should.
Handsome young man, but he is a man baby. He is 15 years old mentally. He is. I've found him to be, in my opinion, a little bit vindictive, a little petty, clearly a jealous man, and he is harsh, and he's just unpleasant. I have no idea how Sharlana could be in this relationship for over 3 years, because this man doesn't mean her any good.
Wow, that's kind of strong, but I could see how one would get that initial first impression of him based on what he's shown. I can definitely see that, but I think that he comes across as very rigid. And I think he has expectations of the roles within their relationship, and he doesn't want to deviate from that, and he doesn't know how to deal.
Yeah, but where did he get the idea of the roles a woman should play and what he should play?
Probably from his family.
He got it from somewhere else.
Right.
And you can't bring someone else's way of thinking and doing into your own relationship, particularly dealing with a strong-willed woman. That's never going to work. Yeah. So as a result, I don't see any soft place where she can fall with him. He is just he seems to me to be relentlessly harsh.
Well, I think that's part of her frustration in dealing with him and all, which is why they're there. And Dr. Nicole actually gave her an assignment, as part of the process.
To go out with Meta?
To go out with Meta, right. Now Meta, who was her date, is from Namibia.
Yeah.
He's from a different country in Africa, and he seemed initially to be, very respectful and very even keel, nice young man.
He seemed pleasant.
Right, exactly. He seemed like he was okay.
And the date was great for her because she's athletic, and
she's a tennis player.
He was showing her some football moves, and they were doing some football drills, and she seemed like
soccer, not American football.
Right, soccer. And she seemed like she was enjoying it.
Right.
So, Meta, as a nice touch, she brought her flowers. The date ended and she went home. Otis immediately went in this land of hostility, and he
jealousy mode.
Yes, and he took flowers that someone gave her that did not belong to him, and put it in the trash. Now I have a problem.
Did he snatch them from her, or did he take them?
They were on the kitchen counter, and he picked them up and put them in the trash. That was not his possession. That belonged to her.
Right, but I guess he thought that it was because he looks at her as possession, I guess.
Yes, and then he had the nerve to tell her, go take a shower.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
right, because it was dirty. He felt like she was dirty based on the time that she spent with Meta,
Right.
and how he felt about that.
Right. And he even
That was
implied because he was cooking that he wasn't cooking for her.
right,
Or
right.
some nonsense like that.
Right. That was
The
foolishness.
dude is a man child.
Right, that was petty foolishness. It
I
really was.
mean, who does that?
Especially based on what he knew going in was part of the process.
Exactly.
So
Emotionally, he couldn't even contain that ugliness to understand that okay, we are in front of a camera and this is a show.
yep,
This is with a premise and a concept that I signed up for.
yeah. He looked childish with that, and I think she may have said as much in her confessional that he was being kid-like or childish.
I mean, when I saw the first episode, I even told you this guy triggers me.
Right,
I had to stop watching him.
right.
Because that mean harshness was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
And this is the kind of dude that will think that you are his possession. He
And
owns
act
you
accordingly.
and
Right.
act accordingly.
Yeah. That's not.
And that will never work.
At all, and it was just something that kind of triggered that thought or that remembrance of what happened to one of my college classmates, and it was just no.
A man who is exacting like that, you gotta sleep with one eye open. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that's and do you ever really see? Yeah, really, you can't really sleep like that.
You can't really relax
Yeah,
around him,
right.
because you're trying to not breathe.
Right, you're always on eggshells, and you're wondering
Right.
how he's gonna, when the next time of
When the shoe is gonna drop.
right, and things are gonna blow
And
up in terms of his reaction to something that you might have said or done, or as it relates to what he expected or thinks you should have said or done. Yeah.
And at the end of it, you're gonna need a 12-step program. So I say she should cut and run now. I don't have to watch the rest of the episode to know this dude is not for her.
Right.
Because you don't want to end up being a statistic.
Right, but here's the thing, though. I mean, you still have to give him, room to fix what is wrong.
Absolutely,
with him.
I agree with that. But as I said,
issues,
he triggers me.
Right, and fix his issues, and see if Sharlana can deal with hopefully the changes that she feels like he needs to make, within the relationship, enough to be able to move forward together, down the road.
What are we teaching our daughters who they should be involved in relationships? Because certainly that kind of man, seeing her personality as it revealed itself with Meta,
Right.
It seemed like you wonder how did they get together?
Yeah.
You see, he's clearly a handsome man,
Right.
but beyond that,
Right. Why? Yeah. Why did she choose to go to make that move or to move with him down that road together? What is it about her that says, okay, yeah, this is the right move? Right.
And then we see him dating, going on his date.
Right. He goes out with when Dr. Nicole asked the fellas to go out with a date. She and when I say she, I'm talking about Sharlana seems okay with it. Just a little, saying that she was maybe a little bit. I won't say jealous, but uncomfortable with the idea or the notion thereof, because they've been dating one another, exclusively, I guess. So, but he goes out with Cherie.
Yeah.
And I think it was a cordial date, I guess.
I think he was condescending to Cherie as well. The way he would cut his eyes at her, you know what I mean? It's I don't want to be bothered, because he could see he is gathering information so he could go home to his relatives and use it against her.
Yeah, that's
because she may have been engaging and trying to engage him as they went to a cake decorating situation.
Yes.
And evidently he's a chef.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they were creating these cakes and decorating them.
Right.
And she was talking and trying to be
she was trying to
him.
exactly.
And he didn't.
He was having none of it.
He didn't seem like he was, one, impressed, or two, he wanted to get to that level of communicating with her that she had.
Right.
But when
right.
he did get home, he had some stuff to say
he had
immediately.
he had some words for Sharlana for sure. But I think that again, that was part of the calculating side of him as part of his plan to kind of let Sharlana know in no uncertain terms that he didn't like how she moved on her date with Meta. So this is what you're going to get in terms of a response from me, and this is part B of it.
Mm-hmm.
Part A was what you saw at the house. Part B is what happened and how and what I choose to convey to you. The substance of what happened on that date.
And not only that,
with Sharlana.
Not only that, evidently they set some sort of boundary as to what they should do on the date, whether hug or what have you. He started putting in her ear that he may go beyond the hugging or what have you, which is a form of manipulation and everything else.
Exactly.
It's a cruel way to deal with the person. So this guy has a whole lot of levels, and most of them that he has shown us are not good.
Wow.
But anyway, that's just me.
Right. Tell us how you really feel. Don't hold on upon this. Make it plain, man. Eh?
Shut up.
What? Stop me with the line.
Stop mocking my people.
No, I'm not mocking your people. I'm not doing that.
Anywho.
Because they my people too.
Anywho.
Yes.
We want to thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing.
For sure.
We want to thank you to go check out the other bits that we have done on our channel, and please give us a like and make a comment. We are so grateful that we get to do this with you, and we're grateful that you have the time to sit and watch us. So it's good things, it's good blessings all around.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you today. Have a wonderful day today, and we'll see you
next time.
the next time.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.